Alright, so here's the internals. So in here is the trigger pin right there. It rocks. Well, I took the pin out to clean this all up. 700 rounds in the Rossi, and it was super gunked up. So I pulled the pin out, and when I took everything out, this whole thing kind of just exploded on me, and I lost one of the pins, and I have no idea where it landed. Called Rossi, and they didn't have one there. They can't send one. I had to send it in. So here is the part that I needed the pin for. Well, technically this is where I stole the pin from to get this back together, because that was a huge pain. There is a disconnector spring in there. That's what helps pushes pressure against this to make it rock, and you gotta get that lined up here with that spring pressure, and then get the trigger lined up. Anyways, so I stole the pin from this while I got this in place, and I was thinking to myself, what can I do? So I thought, maybe I could put a roll pin in there, but then I was like, well, what if the roll pin, the roll pin's got that pressure on it, and then maybe it'll collapse. And I was looking online, maybe find a used one. So breaking my head trying to figure out what to do. Well, finally came up with an idea, and here's kind of what I came up with. So this used to be an Allen wrench, one of the ones that comes with the optic. That is too big to go in there, so I cut a piece of it off, and then I put that in my drill, took my file and just ran it back and forth here until I smoothed it down. Once I got it to the right size where this part right here would actually fit here, then I smoothed it out with my other file that's over there somewhere at the end of my table, and finally finished it off with a piece of emery cloth, cut it, and now I came up with this. So this is the new pin that I made out of an Allen wrench. I'm sure I could have gone and bought something, but I was already had my mindset on I'm going to make something, because I cannot believe I lost this one pin and I can't put this thing back together, and it just turned into a whole thing, and then that was set. So that goes right here, and then this pin, if I can get it lined up right with one hand, which I probably can't, but I'll give it a shot anyway. Come on. Goes right in here, and nope, there we go. And then the spring, which is here, goes right through here, and the pin fell out, and that's how I lost the part. Anyways, so that goes together, and that's the hammer. That'll go back in the fire control unit here, and then I can get this all put back together. So yeah, it was a big adventure, but it was a big learning experience, and for $100 that the Rossi cost me, it's pretty fun. Alright, so here's the Rossi fire control group all back together. The trigger's working just fine. You can't even see the pin. but it's in there. Oh, there it is. So that's the pin that I lost. That actually came from the disconnector spring, which is down there, but like I said, I was able to put this back together by stealing it, but now it's good. Safety works. And I will put the rest of this back together and get it all taken care of. So here's the Rossi all back together. It is clear, no magazine, empty chamber. Like I said, I got it for $99 on a Black Friday sale at a local spot called Weimar. I chose the brown with the star on the end of it, just to have something a little bit different. It's got a Bushnell 3-9 illuminated scope on it, and really lightweight. And when I first saw the ad come out for it, I didn't know what to think of it. A lot of people were saying, you know, that the Rossi brand was not good, that they could go maybe 250 rounds before they start having malfunctions and all sorts of other stuff like that. Other people said that they got bought out by a different company, so they were running a lot better now. And so I said, let's give it a shot. $100. I've blown $100 on way worse things, so why not take a shot at this and see if it works. If it doesn't, then it's, you know, a single shot. And so I bought it, I started running it, and I keep a book with like round counts for logs and stuff, and to see if anything's having issues. And this one was running really well. I checked my book and I was like 500 and something rounds into it. Between cleanings, I cleaned it when I first got it, took it apart, kind of figured out how it works, and then after that, then I decided I was going to push it to failure. I got about 700 rounds in it before there was so much grime that the bolt was actually having trouble making it all the way back, and it wasn't picking up a new round. I was getting kind of stovepipes and everything, and like I said, 700 rounds into it. I took a bunch of pictures. I put it on a Reddit post. I'll put the link to that Reddit post in the description down below, and you can see how bad it was. Inside the receiver, there was pieces of brass shavings all over the place. There was peppered with lead pretty much throughout every component inside the receiver, but it's been running really well. It's a nice lightweight little rifle, has irons on it that I got a high mount for the scope so that I can actually still see the irons if I'm looking underneath the scope. So that's just my review of the Rossi. Groups are what you'd expect from a $100 22, but it is a lot of fun. I'm thankful that I didn't get a bad one. But yeah, like I said, a lot of fun to shoot, and I just thought I'd share the kind of little adventure I went on to get this thing taken apart, and with losing parts and basically fabricating my own part, which is kind of a first for me, but it's a lot of fun. I actually like this, and it was well worth the $100. So thanks for watching.